Hey guys, what's going on? It's Pito, back for the first time in a while. I took a break from the game after the regionals and I just started getting back in, getting ready for Nats. Little update, I got back in going to the same Dallas regionals that we went before, scrubbed out with plants. I borrowed the deck because I sold it after that last regionals, and so I ended up picking up this deck. And so I just want to let you know how my first locals went since being back. And I played Bystial Control. Didn't play Dragon Link. I played Bystial Control. I ended up going 4-1. I'll talk about my matchups afterwards. It was a mixture of, you know, some meta and some not meta. But let's get right into the deck profile. I'm trying not to make this one an hour. So we'll start off with the Bystial stuff. 3 Lubellion, 3 Magma, and then 2 Sornier. Since I play the control version and not the Dragon Link, we don't play Dragon's Ravine, so I just need a more consistent way to get Lubellion in the graveyard. And so yeah, just played the two, and then the one of Druid Swarm and the one of Baldrake. Never resolved Baldrake. I think I summoned it once just to beat attack for game against my last round opponent. But yeah, there's your Bystials. It's kind of a standard lineup. Enjoyed it. They're all good. Uh, And then normal summon 3 common Siegfried. Eventually gonna get secrets, but it's fine. They do the same thing. 3 black metal and the red eyes darkness. I think I might have normal summoned like 3 times in the whole tournament. I didn't see these guys at all, very much. I think I did. I think I did the normal summon link away, and then search this once, and then I resolved Siegfried once. So yeah, I think I literally normal summoned like 3 times the whole tournament. For the Chaos package, we played the 1 Wyvern Burster, 1 Kali Serpent, and 1 Chaos Dragon Leveneer. And then I played 1 Fallen of Albaz and 1 Albion. I This is just so good to summon off a sphere. And then the Albion ended up coming in clutch because when I was testing, and by testing I mean just doing test hands on Dueling Book instead of working. Um, I noticed that the deck had issues with getting like cards into the graveyard. So I wanted to play the Lubellion to just dump Fallen if I had to. 3 Chaos Spaces, and then 1 Regained and 1 Branded Beast. I know most people who play the Albion play 2 Branded Regain, but I actually didn't play 2 because I only have one. I actually picked up a second one, but a buddy of mine wanted to play Branded today and didn't have one, so I just gave him my second, and I was like, "Here you go, take it." And so I ended up only playing one. I probably leave it at one. I probably wouldn't play two, but that's just something I have to test. And then the rest are all hand traps. So I played the Cypherane Gamma and then the 1 Driver. This is in my hand all the time. And then main deck 3 Droll. I just realized one of these isn't a rare. Uh, this card is absolutely insane in this format. I opened this so many times today, and it outright won me like 3 matches. And then I made 3 Nib. This card ended up coming in pretty clutch for me, though it was dead a lot. I kind of only played it because it was a light, and I forgot to put Veilers in. I was really debating just putting Veiler in this spot instead of the Nib, but I actually really liked it throughout the tournament. It ended up sealing a couple games for me. Moving forward, I don't know if I'd play this or Veiler. Probably next format I play Veiler, just because there's less decks that do a lot of summoning. But at least during this event, it was nice. 3 Imperms. Moving on to the side and extra. For the extra, we played the 2 Seals, the 1 Pisty, and the 1 Striker. Not gonna bore you with the standard stuff. So yeah, good. Ended up made this almost every game. A couple times I didn't. Made this like twice. Made this every game. Dark made this twice. I just needed generic 2 once, and then one time I summoned it back. IP, I ended up making it twice. Never resolved it once. Unicorn made it twice. Used it once for just to link climb into access code talker, and spin a random background, and then I used it to spin a problematic monster against Sword Soul. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. And then for the Brandish package, I played one Mirror Jade, made them once, and then the Lubellion and the Albion didn't make them once. It's pretty good with this. Like when I summon, the one time I did make this, I summoned it, and then my opponent just scooped. And then the second time I almost summoned it. The second time I went normal summon, fallen, activate, and they're like, "Oh, you play that package? Okay, yeah, you got it." And so I didn't get to summon it, but I was about to link away his monster and go for game. And then for my two Xyzes, so I didn't have a Zeus. I do now, but for the event, I didn't have any Zeus. So I decided to do something a little different. So I played the Atum, obviously. Didn't make it one. No, I made it once, just to summon something from the deck to fill my graveyard for the Chaos Legionnaire, and then I played this vampire guy. This guy's actually really good. I didn't really like the Gaia Charger, especially since I wasn't playing Zeus. So I ended up picking this up right before the event. I think I sent the Marine Cess Field spell. I sent a couple monsters. It's pretty good, and then it has a really cool. You have a really cool. If you open a Bystial and you're playing against your opponent, you can go dark summon back one of your monsters, and then a Bystial and their monster, you can make this guy with, since you can treat your opponent's monsters as level 6 to exceed summon them. So yeah, I would that's kind of this package. Never did it once, but the theory's there. And then the last two cards of my extra deck was an Excel and a Baron. Like I said, I didn't really have the Zeus, and I just threw these in as placeholders, and then I was like, well, if I gamma someone on my turn, then I'll just make a Baron and pass. Never did it, never summoned it. I never got to gamma on my turn. I always gamma on my opponent. And then finally, let's get into the side deck. Uh, Three Ashes, sided them in like twice. Pretty good for me against Dark World. I mean, Ash is Ash. Three Kaijus. I know some people like to play the light one. I don't have it. I have three of these because I have a Dark World deck. So I just ended up moving those over here. So I ended up doing this twice. I summoned it against Marine Says. I'll go over that later, but it won me a game. It outright won me a game, and then three evenly. I sided two in once just because I had like two dead cards versus my final round, or it wasn't my final. It was one of my last rounds. I had like two dead cards, and so I just put two evenlies in along with the three ashes. So it was like five dead cards. So I put two ashes three ashes, two evenlies. Never saw it, but evenly's insane. And then Harpy's Feather Duster, sided in twice. Didn't see it. And then for going first cards, I almost always side these in. A Pointer, it's like the best card in the game. This card almost got me my invite with plants, so of course I'm gonna play it. I love this card. I'm upset it's at one, but it makes perfect sense. Two Skill Drain. Yeah, it's Skill Drain. It stalled me for a little bit, and then I still lost, but I resolved it once. And then two Eradicator. Never saw it. Never resolved it. But yeah, that's the deck profile. If that's all you wanted to know, thanks for watching. Please drop a subscribe. If you want to stick around and listen to about my matchups, I'm going to do it now. So it was 5 rounds. Round one, I played against Sprite. I lost 2-0. Game one, he won the die roll, went full combo, played through all my interactions. Nothing I could do. Game two, I opened up unplayable. I literally opened up skill drain, double gamma, and then like nib and like something else. Like it was just unplayable. And then my top deck was like, I think I ended up top decking driver and then top decking another skill drain on the third turn. And like I was turtling on this skill drain um, for a while against Sprite, but he ended up just making a Zeus and beating me down with 3,000 until I lost. And I was like, fuck. So I lost 2-0 against that, but I won out after that. Round two, I played Marine Sis. Lost. He went first, played through double imperm and droll, and then set up his full field. Couldn't do anything. Didn't draw a playable card after that. So he got game one. Game two, I went full combo. He couldn't do anything. Like I think I went seal IP spell trap pass, and I only did that because I didn't really open up any hand traps, and I wanted to be able to draw two cards. So to try to get to some hand traps, and so I that's why I made the IP. I went a little bit farther than you probably should. Made the IP, didn't use it. Ended up taking game two. Game three, he goes first. He like pseudo sets up, and I'm able to interact with him a little bit. I didn't open up great, so we kind of had this like turtling match for like 3 turns where I would interact with him, just like kind of clear his field or like play through his interruptions, and then he would play through my interruptions. He actually had game three, but decided to extend past it and knock me down to 100 life points. Uh, and I was like, man, you had game. I don't know why you're doing this, but my what's it called? I had Chaos Legionnaire in hand. That was the only card I had in hand, and then I top decked the Kaiju, and so he had the big Marine Sis with like three, equipped with three, and I knew he had Wave in hand, so I was like, Kaiju over your big Marine Sis, summon Chaos Legionnaire, and I banished 3 darks so I could hit. Or no, no, I banished 2 darks and a light. I popped his field spell, and then I popped like, I want to say it was like just a random thing it was on his field. I think it was like a set card. So I popped a set card. I popped his field spell, and I was like, get over this 3,000 body because he ended up going through his entire extra deck in his combo because he extended too far. He couldn't get over Chaos Legionnaire. Just anytime he'd summon something, I just beat over it and he just sat with this in defense for a while until I was able to eventually push for game. With like a minute, with literally like 30 seconds left in the clock, I finally drew a card, like a normal summonable card. Normal summon, did a combo, made access code, put a Bystial on the field, destroy, attack for game. It was pretty good. Round three, I ended up playing against Dark World. It's one of the easier matchups. Um, I did luck sack him game one though. He ends up winning the dice roll, and I interact with and so I open up double Droll, and I was like, oh boy, Droll, time to FTK this man. And then he goes hand destruction or card destruction, whichever one that makes you discard your hand and draw the same amount. I was like, that's wild, dude. Watch me top deck the third Droll. Discarded my hand, drew third Droll on resolution Droll. He was he was pretty upset about that. Very rightfully so. He ended up like setting two and then like setting a card face down, passing, and then I put up a decent board, beat him through it, got him down to like 1,000 life points, passed, and he just couldn't do anything. After that, game two, it's like one of our easier matchups. He put something in the graveyard, I banished it with a Bystial. He couldn't really do much, and then hand traps. So he ended up just scooping. Also, I opened up Joel again, so yeah, I ended up opening Joel a lot. And then round that was round four. I played against like Chaos Good stuff. So it's Bystials, Thunder, and then like a bunch of other just like random chaos cards. And I ended up winning the dice roll. Sphere, IP, spell trap pass. He couldn't play through it. Ended up winning game one. Game two, he goes activate the big guy, Lubellion. Add Magnamut to hand, and then I was like Droll, and he just scooped because his whole hand was just search cards. So yeah, and then the final round I ended up playing against Swordsoul, and it wasn't super hard. I just keep the token off the field. You're usually pretty good. It got a little sketch there. I got him down to no cards in hand and no cards on field, and the only thing I had was the continuous spell card and then a unicorn, and I had to make unicorn to spin back the that synchro monster that says like when you can activate her effect to make everything like can't be destroyed by battle or card effect or something like that. So I ended up like imperming that, and then going full combo, clearing the rest of his field. Not full combo, but comboing, clearing the rest of his field, making Unicorn spin it back, and they just ended on no cards in hand, Unicorn on the field, and the continuous spell. And I was like, please do not draw a normal summon. And he top decked a Bell, and then I was just able to go for game after that. I ended up drawing enough cards to be able to like put an access code plus another what's it called monster on the field and attack for game. So yeah, it was overall a good night. Would I change anything about the deck? The only thing I would probably change are these two. I'd swap them out for Zeus and then something else. I'm not really sure. Probably another Link monster. Honestly, there was a Link monster I was missing today. I was like, man, I really wish I played that, and I don't remember what it was. So I don't know. It was good. It was overall good tournament. 4-1. Played against some fairly relevant decks, not like the most relevant. But I guess I'm going to continue playing this until I get another deck, and we'll see how it fares moving into the next format. Whether I stick with Bystial Control or move over to Dragon Link to abuse the new Synchro monster. But I guess final shout outs. Shout out to 254 Yugioh, aka the village hidden in the ghetto. If you are in the Temple to Cove area in Texas, make sure to hit us up on Facebook. We're under the village hidden in the ghetto. Great community, great guys. Other than that, I will see you next time.